live from Berry Fieldhouse here on the campus of Augusta University. We're set to begin our first game of our doubleheader tonight. First, the Augusta Jaguar women take on the Braves of UNC Pembroke. The Jaguars come into the season a record of 1-11, 0-6 in conference play. However, they did only lose by 2 in their last game to Columbus State, so their losses are getting closer deficit-wise. And it never hurts to keep improving. The Jaguars hope to keep improving and ultimately get a win or two here at this middle point in the season. I'm Robert Ambrose, joined by Blake Collins. Blake, do you have any other type of expectations here going into this one?
Yeah, just for the chemistry for the Jags to keep building. The Jags have a relatively fresh and newly young roster with a lot of freshmen and sophomores to boot in this class that head coach Millette Green has brought to the table here in Augusta, and it's going to take time for them to get chemistry built up, know where each other is going to be on the court, make strategic passes, strategic shots, and play like a well-oiled machine. They're starting to build that. Like you said, the losses are getting closer. The fight. We've seen a lot of fight from the ladies here in the past couple of games, especially when they've been down big. They've come back in a major way. That is definitely going to help them grow on the basketball court, and not only that, but the senior leadership that the Jags right now have. When you talk about Monisha Goldsboro, Mallory Myers, when you talk about Brianna Middleton, they've been through some of the better years here in Jaguar basketball, and that experience is going to help bring this young team together and be even more refined and well-oiled so they can play more competitive. They can squeak out some games, and it's all helping build this younger class to where the Jags will be absolutely 10 times better in the future, but it all starts here fresh and alive with the chemistry that they're building.
Well, those 3 players you mentioned are all seniors, Blake, and that explains how they've been able to be here for a while. And other than that, it's a very, very young Jaguars team that's had a lot of adversity this year, but they're getting better as the season goes on, and that's always a good thing. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the standings from around the league, and as we get closer to tip-off here in this one. Stay tuned. Welcome back here to Berry Fieldhouse as we're getting closer to tip-off, and take a quick look at the Peach Belt Conference women's basketball standings. Here is we are now in full swing of basketball season in the middle of conference play, and it doesn't get much better than that. So top of the standings, North Georgia, who the Jaguars take on Saturday, 3 days from now. That'll be a tough game. The North Georgia 5-1 in conference play, 10-2 overall. Landers 6-2 in conference play, 9-5 overall. And Flagler is 4-2, also in conference play, 8-4 overall. So, and they're tied with Clayton State for 3rd place, who has the similar record. Columbus State 4-3 in conference play, 7-4 overall. Francis Marion 3-3. UNC Aiken 4-4, 8-6 overall. The Jaguars take on the Pacers of UNC Aiken on January 30th here at the Chris. Georgia College 3-4, 5-8 overall. And Young Harris 1-7, 3-11 overall. And the Jaguars winless in conference play at 0-6, but they are 1-11 overall. Their one win came against Payne on November 17th. It was a 69-52 victory. And certainly the Jaguars, even though they have lost 11 games, they're getting better as the season goes on. The deficits they've been closing in on the deficits, and that's always good. Absolutely.
Continue to look for great ball movement, a great game plan coming out from Millette Green. They have gotten tremendously better also continue to look for more fight from the ladies. Olivia Swanson came up really big in the final minutes of the game, of the last game. She fought hard for steals. She fought hard for rebounds. She was all over the court. That's going to pick up the intensity. That's going to pick up the pace. And it's also going to not only help her, but it's going to inject more ferocity, more intensity in the girls, which is something that you want to see as this Jaguar ladies basketball squad continues to mature, continues to get better. So that's definitely a really good sign moving forward, and we'll hopefully see a lot more of that here in this game versus a 4-8 UNC Pembroke.
This is the first game of doubleheader here tonight as the men take on the Braves of UNC Pembroke tonight at 7:30. This is also, for both the men and women, the first of 3 straight home games. Both teams will play a doubleheader again on Saturday and on MLK Day, a special day game doubleheader on Monday. We look forward to that as well. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll turn it over to John Patrick, who will take you the rest of the way with the play-by-play. Blake will have the color with him for the women's game and the first half of the men's game. And when we come back as well, John will give you the starting lineups, and then we'll be set for tip-off here on the Augusta University Athletics Network on YouTube. We invite you all to stay tuned.
And welcome into Christenberry Fieldhouse on the campus of Augusta University. Along with Blake Collins and Robert Ambrose, I'm John Patrick, as they have so ably set up. We're getting set for basketball this evening between the Jaguars and the Braves from UNC Pembroke. This will be the first of 4 games. All right, starting lineups for this afternoon's ball game. First of all, for the Braves from UNC Pembroke, who come into this ball game with a record of 4-8. They are 3-3 in the Peach Belt Conference. John Haskins is their head coach, has been for 11 years. Kendra Samuels-Eaton, Nyla Allen, and Brandy Robinson are the assistant coaches. Starting at guard, a 5'4" redshirted senior from Wilmington, North Carolina, number 4, Brianna Bayham. Starting at guard, a redshirted junior, 5'6", from Miami, Florida, number 13, T. Graham. Starting at guard, a 5'7" senior from Landis, North Carolina, number 15, Avery Locklear. Starting at guard, a 5'8" sophomore from Troy, North Carolina, number 22, Melanie Horn. And starting at forward, a 5'8" junior from Salisbury, North Carolina, number 25, Aaliyah Farmer. And now, for your Augusta Jaguars, Millette Green in her second year as head coach. Lauren Johnson, LaRon Freeman, Kevin Kenny, Renwich Lee, LaKoya Terry, and Tanisha Campbell are the assistant coaches. Starting at guard, the 5'3" senior from Evans, number 0, Mallory Meyer. Starting at guard, the 5'7" freshman from Valdosta, Georgia, number 2, Asia Harrison. Starting at forward, the 5'11" senior from Ackworth, Georgia, number 11, Brianna Middleton. Starting at guard, the 5'7" junior from Newport News, Virginia, number 15, Cameron Wilson. And at guard, the 5'10" freshman from Hope Mills, North Carolina, number 23, Jalen Outman. Again, the Jags come into this ball game with a record of 1-11 overall. They have not yet won a Peach Belt Conference game. Jags are in the home white, and they will be moving from right to left on your screen, and we are underway.
Yeah, the Jags last game, especially second half moving forward, were a lot more aggressive on defense and on offense. Let's see if that continues today in an effort to help build some more chemistry and continue to fight to grow as this young team continues to develop.
We've got our whistle. We've got a foul. Foul's going to be on the Braves. Foul was on Aaliyah Farmer, her first, team's first. Jags with the basketball. Cameron gets it over to Mallory. Mallory swings it left. Asia looks inside for Brianna. Immediately double-teamed, almost triple-teamed. Shot taken, and it does not fall for Jalen, and the Braves come up the court.
Good second chance off of the aggressive trying to steal. Recalibrated, really good shot selection, but just didn't go down.
Jags have committed their first foul. Going to be on Mallory. Her first, team's first, will send the Braves to the line. Brianna Bayham at the line. First free throw is good. And the Braves are off to a 2-0 lead.
Be interesting to see how Mallory goes about directing the squad from the point guard position, the ring generalship she has.
Mallory swings it right to Jalen. Look inside for Brianna. Brianna's turnaround is no good. Here come the Braves.
She had height to her advantage there going up against the Brave defender, but to no avail as she could not make an accurate shot.
Another foul on the Jags, another foul on Mallory. She's picked up a quick 2. That's going to bring Kiara Howard into the ball game. Mallory's going to take a seat for a while.
Yeah, that was a good decision by the Braves there. to put the pressure on the defense of the Jags and force the Jags into a sort of a blocking foul, if you will, on the perimeter there, and set it back up to where they have a second chance to reset their offense and get a better shot off.
Graham fires the three from the right side, and it falls. And the Braves quickly take a 5-0 lead.
When you try to double team, it leaves one of the opposing offensive players open, and they swung the ball out really well, passing really well, the Braves did. And when they found it, taking the open shot, and you can create money off of it, you're in the midst of having a really good night.
Another turnover for the Jags. This is not an unfamiliar spot for the Jags. They have a tendency this year to fall behind in the first quarter. They've played well since, but they do find their way fighting back after a quarter on more than one occasion. Three-pointer for Horn does not fall. And Cameron comes away with it.
I love the fact there, too, that after they collapsed on the interior there, they got right back out to the exterior. That's good footwork on the Jags' part to help them play better defense as the Braves missed that shot that the Jags were defending.
Jalen's quick three was no good. Locklear with the basketball. Get it back over to Brianna, who gets double teamed, picking up her dribble. Less than 10 on the shot clock. Brianna drives in the lane, has it batted away. We're going to have a foul on the Braves.
Yeah, very good stability down low by Brianna, not giving an inch in the interior as she closed off the lane the Braves were driving. And even though they tried to get an opposite hand shot up, Brianna, with that length of her hand, was able to knock it out and get all ball instead of hand. A very good play there by the Jags.
Second foul on Bayham, second team foul. Kiera swings it out. Kayla Kennedy in the ball game now for the Jags, and she travels. Sorry, Kaylin Jackson. Kayla Patrick.
Just a little minor miscue that you look for and hope for from the Jags' perspective to clean up, and the Jags have done a really good job of that, cleaning up those mishaps. In the second half of the last game, we'll see if that trend continues in this game as we move forward.
Jags applied a little bit of pressure. Takes the Braves a little while to get the ball across midcourt. Bayham with the basketball. Long three from the left side. It's the front of the rim. No good. Brianna pulls down that rebound. Here comes Asia.
Phenomenal job of boxing out by the Jags. There.
Asia takes it all the way in. Throws up the shot. Doesn't get that to fall. First 4 minutes of the game, Jags have yet to score.
A great decision here by Pembroke to act like they're driving into the lane, but then backing out, slowing the pace down, trying to get a better shot selection here.
The turnover for the Braves. Jags with the basketball now. Inside to Brianna. Brianna takes it baseline, dishes right side, and I believe Asia was standing out of bounds when she got that pass. Turnover for the Jags.
Brianna with some serious interior work, driving into the baseline, finding a Jag on the perimeter, just a little bit unconscious of where her feet was, and it cost the Jags big time.
And then a turnover for the Braves. A bumpy start here to the ball game. We played half of the first quarter, and it's just 5-0. Again, the Jags looking for their first conference victory of the year.
A really good pick there by Brianna.
And Kayla Patrick with the three from the right side. Jags are on the board. Again, a modicum of pressure. That shot is missed. Down the court quickly to Kiera. Kiera lays it up. Does get it to fall.
Phenomenal transition work. Finished off by Kiera really, really well. And then on the assist with Kayla Patrick, phenomenal transition work. Creates an easy bucket for the Jags. And we're back deadlocked at 5.
Locklear. They go inside. Shot taken and made by Dejasia Love. Dejasia Love gets her first 2.
She is so fluid with that running floater that she has, and right there she just proved that she can overtake that shot against a very good defender in Brianna Middleton.
Quickly inside to Brianna. Brianna gets another 2. Again, a little bit of pressure from the Jags. Braves get it over midcourt with a couple of seconds to spare. Graham with the basketball now. Gets it to Bayham. Screen gets set. Quickly inside to Love. Love with the turnaround, no good. Gets it back, puts it up, no good.
Locklear with a little bit of feistiness to her, trying to get the offensive rebound, and then with that screen, as you alluded to start off that play, it's a very good screen.
All right, we've got a foul, and Kayla Patrick is a little slow to get up. Foul was on Kayla. It is her first, team's third, as she slowly gets up off the court. Seems a little wobbly. We've got 3:26 to go. It's our media timeout. First quarter, we're tied at 7. All right, back at Christenberry Fieldhouse, 3:26 to go in the first quarter. It's the Jags and the Braves. We're tied at 7. Again, the Braves are 3-3 in conference play. Jags, as I mentioned earlier, have yet to win.
He had a pivotal 3 by Patrick to set the Jaguars off on
Again, they did not get the ball over midcourt. The Jags pressure worked that time.
Yeah, collapsing the court, making the Braves work on a half-court basis, and when you can't get it across after 10 seconds, it'll come back to bite you.
Kiera with the basketball. Gets it to Jalen, who dishes it back. Jalen looks inside for Brianna. They go back outside. Jalen from about 17 feet doesn't get the roll. Kiera keeps it alive.
Great tip there by the Jags to tip it back out into free space to where Kiera could go wrangle in the rebound.
Foul on the Jags. I think it's going to be on Brianna. Her first, already the team's fourth. 2:46 to go in the quarter. Ball is stolen away. Nice play by Kiera, and then she is fouled, I think by Avery Locklear. Her first. Jalen tries backing up her man, and Draws the foul. She'll go to the line. Foul was on Aaliyah Farmer. And Jags are at the line. Jalen at the line. First free throw is good. Love is back in the game for the Braves. Second free throw does not fall. Jags with their first lead of the ball game. Jags apply the pressure. Ball is stolen by Kiera. Kiera throws up the shot and makes it. The pressure rattled the Braves a little bit. The three taken no good, too hard. Kiera comes down with that rebound. Jalen traveled before making her decision. Kayla Patrick's going to check back in for the Jags after walking off the court.
A little bit of a teaching moment here for Millette Green as well.
All right, once again, the Jags applying that pressure. Trapping. Braves going in the wrong direction. They do get it across midcourt, though. Driving all the way in. And we've got an offensive foul. I think that's on Avery Locklear.
That was
Nope, they called it on Love.
That was a phenomenal job by Locklear, though, to clear out a lane as the Jags were concentrating their efforts more on the interior, but to clear out a lane to even drive. But then just a little bit of a mistake on the Braves' part off the ball.
Jags on a 10-2 run. Is it 13-2? Yes. Kiera's got 7. Love gets the ball across midcourt now, and the Braves will set up the offense. Graham with the basketball. Over to Love. Back out to Locklear. They work inside to Love. Love can't get it. Kayla comes away with it for the Jags.
Yeah, just a little bit too high on the pass there into the interior for the Braves.
Swanston looked inside, couldn't get it there. Kiera from the left side for 3. Good.
It doesn't matter how accurate of a shooter you are when you're given space like that, and you are accurate with it, and you can knock down shots from that distance. It is all money.
Cameron steals the basketball. Absolutely no call, and then on the follow-up, we get the foul. That foul's on Avery Locklear, her second. Olivia Swanston will go to the line.
It was good discipline on the Braves for the first drive-through, but then on the second chance rebound, it is where it got a little bit messy for the Braves with the hand movement, and the hands made contact with the body, and Olivia's at the line.
Olivia makes the first. Asia's back in. And Kaylin Jackson is in for the Jags. Last 27 seconds of the quarter. Jags now up 10. And again, outscoring the Braves 17-2.
But this run we've been talking about, John, it injects a lot of confidence in the Jags. It injects a lot of motivation to crack back down on the defense, as you're seeing now with a half-court press here, and try to get the Braves off of their game and play more the Jags style of basketball, which they have been doing extremely well over the past couple of points.
Braves will hold for the last shot. Graham with the basketball. Gets it to Bayham. Three on the, they got to put it up. Long three. Finds the bottom. And that's going to be your first quarter. We've played one, and the Jags lead the Braves 18-10. And back at Christenberry Fieldhouse, the Jags lead UNC Pembroke 18-10 after the first quarter. Jags found themselves down 5-0 and then proceeded to go on an 18-5 run. Finds them up by 8. The Braves get the ball to start the second quarter.
Let's see if the Jazz can continue their aggressive nature on defense that they've been displaying since the second half of last game and early on here in the first half of this game.
Graham. The ball out to Ford. Shot is taken and no good. Tracy Ford in the game for the Braves.
That was really great ball movement by the Braves, keeping the Jags on the heels of their feet instead of the balls of their feet and trying to get back. It left the shot open for her. She just could not knock it down for the Braves.
And another three. Shot taken, no good. Fight for the rebound. Braves save it.
You got to give a lot of credit to Naomi Gilbert there. She was absolutely determined to get that rebound.
We've got a whistle. We've got a foul. Foul's on Asia. It's her first. Team's first of the second quarter. Graham gets it over to Horn. Ball's batted away.
You like the mentality, though, there of Kiera anticipating where the ball is going to be and thinking 2 steps ahead of where the pass is, getting her hand up to deflect it out of bounds. You love the mentality of where her mind was at there.
I think we have a technical called on Kiera. I don't know if she batted the ball away with a player was out of bounds. See what the call is. That's what it appeared to be to me. Player was standing out of bounds, and I think Kiera batted the ball out of her hands. Don't think it was intentional. I think she was just trying to play defense, and the ball got in the way.
Yeah, when you play tight defense like that, it's not it's not a foul on her. It's just more of intensity, and with the ball where it was, playing aggressiveness, things like that can happen.
Second free throw is good for Graham. And the Braves will get the basketball. Graham gets it over to Love. They get it down in the corner. Go inside. Going to have 3 seconds called on Love. Turnover for the Braves.
Braves.
Kiera now with the basketball. And that foul, that reach-in foul, is going to be on Tracy Ford. It's her first, team's first.
The Braves had a good setup trying to defend, playing a 3-2 zone with 3 in the interior, 2 in the exterior, but now that game plan is going to be scratched coming off of the inbound, as we see here.
Kiera's got 10 points, and she gets pressured and fouled. That one is also on Tracy Ford. She's got 2 quick fouls. Second foul on the quarter. Jags get a new shot clock. Kayla gets it in the corner. Kiera dishes inside. And we've got a foul. It's going to be on the Jags. Going to be on Kaylin Jackson. Her first. Again, the Jags with the pressure. The trap. Yeah, they do get it across barely, and then a reach-in foul by Kayla Patrick. Bad foul by Kayla.
Outside of that foul, though, that's what happens when you cook up half court and full court pressure. Passes are not succinctly crisp, and it came back at the tail end of that to bite the Braves, because that pass that they were trying to get across court was a little bit low, and the Jags had an opportunity to steal that if the foul wasn't committed.
Kayla Jackson, Brianna Middleton, and Cameron Wilson check back in. Turnover for the... No, it's a foul. Foul was on T. Graham, her first. Brianna. Player falls down. Brianna didn't realize it. Look inside for Brianna. Can't get it to her. Brianna sets the screen. Ball is lost. Turnover. Braves quickly up the court. Nice play by the Jags.
Phenomenal plays on both ends because on defense the Braves counteracted the screen very well after the screen was displayed by bringing in a trap, springing out of that was the fast break in which the Jags quickly got back on defense and snuffed out with batting the ball out of bounds.
Horn gets it to Graham, who drives in the lane, cannot convert. And the Jags come down with the rebound. Jalen gets it. Jalen's going to take it all the way, and she is fouled. She will go to the line. That's going to be on Love. That's going to be her second foul, 4th team foul. Both teams now with 4 team fouls in the quarter. We've still got 7 minutes to go. Jalen Ottman at the line. Got 1 point on the afternoon.
And it's an opportunity here for the Jags to concentrate on working on free throws with less pressure off of them having, and well, now at an 11-point lead now, just trying to work on consistently and accurately making the free throws to where when you're put into a pressure cooker situation at the charity stripe, it'll be more easier and you'll be more calm in making those free throws.
Jalen makes them both. Again, Jaguars with the pressure. Bayham with the basketball. They get it across midcourt. Graham does. And that slips through the hand of Ford. Turnover again for the Braves.
With Ebron there, she just turned her eyes at the last split second and didn't follow the ball all the way through to the hands and through the catch there. And it's a break for the Jags and a break to try to spread out this lead even further.
A lot of physicality inside. We're going to have a foul on the Jags. Fouls on Asia. It is her first. Olivia Swanston will come back in and Asia will sit. From here on out, the Braves will be in the bonus.
Braves have not yet figured out how to circumvent this half-court pressure that the Jags have put on. They got it across this time, but in more pressure cooker situations, they haven't been able to figure it out.
Graham, right side three is good. T's got 12 points. She's got 12 of their 14.
Olivia was wide open on the far side perimeter there.
Going to be a travel. Jalen tries making the move and takes the walk.
Trying to do a little bit too much there. I mean, sometimes simplifying the game plan and simplifying play is not the worst thing in the world to do. Tried to do a little bit too much there, and it cost the Jags.
Left side three, good. 6 unanswered points, and Coach Green wants to talk about that. 5:47 to go in the first half. The Jags' lead is 6.
Because even though I had it,
Gets it over to Jalen. Back to Cameron. Brianna sets the screen. Mallory swings it right. They go quickly inside to Brianna. Backs her man up. Throws up the shot. Does not get it to fall.
Really good work though by Brianna to create separation to launch the shot up.
Little 10-footer misses everything for Lester. And the ball is out of bounds. The officials confer, and they kind of sort of say Braves.
just a little bit sporadic off the back end there, but a really good assist on the pass to open up the near side interior for her to bounce it and then drive and then post up and shoot.
Drive down the lane, draws the foul for the Braves. Fouls on Jalen Outman, her first, but it will send the Braves to the line. They are in the bonus.
And these shots are critical because when you have free charity stripe shots like this, you can pull within 2 points without any type of contest from the opposing team, and they could be right back into the swing of things here with only being down by 4 if she makes this shot.
And she does make them both. Olivia goes inside and going to be reaching over the back on Danielle Heath. It's going to be Danielle's first foul. It will be the 5th foul now on the Braves, so now the Jags are in the bonus. Both teams in the bonus for the last 4:42. Brianna has just a couple of points on the afternoon.
Yeah, and this is something that if you're the Braves, you don't really want because now you don't have any control over these 2 shots and how far, if they make these 2 shots, the Jags can separate themselves. Where it was a 3-point, now it can be a 5-point lead for the Jags if Brianna makes a shot, and that could make all the difference in the world. But you have no control over the shots that she's taking right now.
Makes them both. Again, the pressure, trapping defense. Graham gets trapped, spins, and that's going to be an offensive foul on T. Graham. That's going to be her second. And she is going to go to the bench as Naomi Gilbert checks back in. Work it inside to Brianna, but she's called for 3 seconds.
It's been really a tale of two halves really in the first half. Early on, the Jazz controlled the tempo, controlled everything, and now the Braves have started to come back and controlling the game outside of that steal right there.
Jags did it primarily in the first quarter on defense, and there's an example of how it's been.
Mm-hmm.
And another whistle and a foul. Again, that's going to be on Danielle Heath. That's going to be her second foul. And it's going to send the Jags to the line. Brianna back on the line.
Physically, if you're the Braves, the only thing you can do right now is if on the second shot she misses to box out correctly and get the rebound.
Makes the first. And she makes them both.
She's worked really hard on her free throws, and you can tell every shot is becoming more accurate for Middleton at the line, and that's a very good sign for the Jags.
Right side 3 hits the front of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, scrum for the basketball. Tie up goes to the Jags. Cameron with the long three, no good. Might have been a little ill-advised, but gave it a run.
Absolutely, and she kind of pushed the shot a little bit to the right there. Not as accurate as she would have liked to, but she had the space to do it.
Gilbert with the basketball, swings it left. Back to Gilbert, right side, and she traveled. Going to have a foul on the Braves. I think that's going to be on Gilbert. It's going to be Naomi's first. Will send the Jags back to the line. Kiera Howard with 10 points on the night will go to the line. Avery Locklear back in for the Braves.
Which means the tempo should pick back up for the Braves with her at the point.
Kiera made the first one, could not make the second one. Bayham now with the basketball. Gets it over to Lester. Inside. Little collision and the Jags come away with it. Drive in the lane, toss up too hard, no good. Braves now up the court quickly.
But that was great tenacity there by Kiera.
Bayham took it too far under the basket. The jump ball call goes to the Braves. Batted away by Kiera. Nice play. Been a good game for Kiera Howard.
Intensity and aggression proves to be very fruitful for her. She was not afraid to get her hand up there, and her hand met all ball, and the Jags have it.
Olivia's three is too hard, misses everything. Lester comes down with the basketball. Gets it to Bayham, and Bayham traveled. Jags are still up 9, and we've got a timeout. 2:12 to go in the half. Jags are up 28-19. Back at Christenberry Fieldhouse with Blake Collins, Robert Ambrose, I'm John Patrick. A couple of minutes to go in the first half. Jags are up 28-19 over the Braves.
Yeah, and the Jags have done a really good job of denying any type of offense on the Jags side of the court underneath the 4-minute mark, and they've spread out the lead even further because of it.
Kiera with 11 points on the evening. We've got a foul going to be on the Jags, I believe. Away from the ball. On Olivia Swanston.
I don't know about you, John, but it seems like the Braves have yet to figure out how to get past this half-court pressure that the Jags have been implementing.
Well, they struggle with it. We've had one 10-second call, and they've come close a couple of other times. That was one of those instances. They're down to 16 on the shot clock.
Yeah, and to your point, when they do, they don't have as much time on the shot clock as they would like to, which puts them in even more of a bigger hurry, which does not make for a good shot selection or good ball movement, and it ends in catastrophe a lot of times for the Braves.
Well, the Jags have had the pressure done to them this year, so they figured turnabout is fair play. They've used it to their advantage here in this ball game as they are up 9 points close to the half. Cameron swings it over to Olivia. Cameron and Olivia can shoot the threes. Again, driving down the lane, throwing up the shot, no good. Jags just get back into defense. Horn with the basketball, fires the three, in, out. Brianna pulls it down. Kiera left side to Jalen. Jalen takes the two-pointer, hits the front of the rim, no good.
Both defensive stands for the Braves had great defense off the shot by getting the hand directly in the face without making contact, made for a very tough shot to create and make.
And we're going to call a foul on the Jags. That basket's going to count. Fouls on Kiera, her second foul. And Shania Lester will try to complete the three-point play and get them to within 6.
If she can make this free throw, and the Braves can shut down the Jags here in the last 38 seconds with no other points coming across the board, that is a huge confidence and a huge boost lifted up for the Braves gunning into the second half.
Shania's free throw is good. Braves are within 6. Last 30 seconds of the half.
It's Kiera versus Locklear. This is a doggone good matchup you're seeing right here, folks.
10 on the shot clock. Kiera drives right, dishes off. Olivia from the right side for three, misses everything. Got to put it up. The long three does not find the bottom. Ball is out of bounds to the Braves. 1.7 seconds to go. Get it in bounds, throw up the shot. It does not fall, but we have a foul.
You had good presence underneath by the Jags. Just one little bitty misdirection of the hands there cost the Jags, but tremendous pressure. But now we'll see if the Braves can connect on these two and pull within further.
And a very unfortunate third foul for Kiera with 1.7 seconds to go in the half.
And you hate to see that because she is playing one of the best games we've seen her play this year, and that will severely cut back the time she'll see in the second half.
Braves will go to the locker room with the lead. We played one half, and the Jags are up 28-24. And welcome back to Christenberry Fieldhouse on the campus of Augusta University. We are at halftime of our game between the UNC Pembroke Braves and the Jags are up 28-24. Braves were 6 of 23 from the field for 26%. They were 4 of 13 shooting threes for 31%. And they were 8 of 9 from the field for 90%. Jags were just 7 of 20 from the field for 35%. 4 of 8 shooting threes for 50%. And they were 10 of 12 from the free throw line, 83%. T. Graham leads all scorers for the Braves. She has 12 points. Melanie Horn has 4. Brianna Bayham with 3. Shania Lester with 3. Sadeja Love has 2. For the Jags, Kiera Howard with 11. Brianna Middleton has 6. Kayla Patrick with 6. Jalen Ottman with 3. And Olivia Swanston with 2.
Yeah, the key in that first half was the coming right out of the gates with the aggressiveness from the Jags, playing half-court traps, half-court defense, putting the pressure on the Braves to where the Braves could not figure out a strategy to circumvent that particular half-court defense that the Jags were pressing, and it took the Braves out of their game until late in the second half when they started to make a comeback. We'll see if they can finally start to do that when they get back on offense as they are now.
And they try to get it inside to Brianna. That pass is broken up, and the Braves have their first possession of the half. Graham with the basketball, gets it to Horn. Horn back to T. Top of the key. T goes inside. Turnaround shot from the free throw line is no good. And here come the Jags.
You look to pass inside to get a better shot, but it might have been better there to pass it back out on the perimeter and work the ball around a little bit more with better ball movement to get a better shot selection right there. Inside
to Brianna, quickly outside. Back to Brianna. 12-footer's no good. And the Braves are up the court. Bainham, right side 3 for Graham is no good.
She had good form on it, but just a little bit of a soft touch on the shot did not come directly up to hit the front of the rim instead of sinking it through the hoop.
Jalen's shot is no good. She tries following it up, can't get the rebound. Again, the ball game started kind of slow, and we're off to kind of a slow start here in the second half. And we've got a foul away from the ball, and that's going to be on the Jags. Jalen Ottman, her second foul, first team foul, and Kayla Patrick will check in.
Let's see if the Braves use sort of a screen like they did right there to spring out to get the inbound in.
Shot is taken in, no good. Left side 3 for Asia was no good.
That was really good form, though. Used the power through her legs to spring out, and then a nice follow-through in the shot. Very good form, just not as accurate as she would have liked.
Into Locklear, back out, top of the key. Tee shot is no good. Follow-up is no good. And the Jags come away with it.
Jags did a good job there of boxing out the Braves and also sandwiching them to where they couldn't move to try to get the rebound. You had the Jags behind them and in front of them to where when it's hard to breathe like that to try to get a rebound, more than likely the defense is going to come up with it.
Brianna double-teamed, gets it back to Mallory. Mallory drives in the lane, no good. Brianna tries following it up, cannot get it to fall. Locklear goes inside.
That was busted up from the outset with that pass that the Braves took their eyes off the ball, tried to recover, but could never do it in the interior.
Asia goes inside to Brianna. Brianna cannot get that to fall either. Nice pass, nice play, 2 points.
That's attributed to phenomenal vision there on the Braves' part. It's almost like a quarterback passing to a wide receiver running down the field on a 5-yard sprint in traffic, but wide open enough to get a dribble down and then convert on the layup. That was a phenomenal play all the way around by the Braves.
3 seconds called on the Jags. Kaylin Jackson comes back in. Brianna sits. Tough start to the second half for Brianna. She's had 2 or 3 shots underneath that she could not convert. It's 28-26. Jags up 2. Again, the Jags with a little pressure. Locklear fakes the shot. Now they swing it right. Foul's going to be on the Jags. Kayla Patrick committing that foul. Her third, team second. Kiera Howard back in. Kiera's got 3 fouls. Mallory will sit. Kiera committed that third foul just before the end of the half.
The Jags are looking to go with a little bit of fresh legs here, but she's got to be worried too not to commit the 4th and 5th fouls.
Pass inside to Kaylin Jackson. She could not handle it. Jags have yet to score in this half, kind of like the first half. Graham's 3 hits the front of the rim, no good. Kayla pulls down the rebound. Ten on the shot clock. Kayla's shot from the right side for 3, and the Jags are on the board.
That was set up very well by a cross step by Asia, then kind of weaved in and out of pressure there to set that up on the spring out assist pass from Asia to Kayla.
Another 10-second call, the second of the ball game, as the Jags force the turnover. Here's our media timeout. 4:57 to go in the third quarter. The Jags are up 5. Back at Christenberry Fieldhouse. 4:57 to go in the third quarter. The Jags are up 5, 31-26. They'll have the basketball. Kiera now. That shot does not go, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Away from the ball. It was on Melanie Horn, her first, team's first of the quarter.
Bad thing about that for the Braves is it gives the Jags a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock.
Ball was batted out of bounds. It'll be Braves basketball.
And on a turnover like that, you want to think here the Braves will want to capitalize and convert on points.
Right side three shot in no good. Braves pull down that rebound. Brand new clock. Right side three, good for Melanie Horn.
And they did so in the best way possible because what was a 5-point game now is a 2-point affair here.
Back out to Cameron. Swinging into the corner. Pass is too high for Asia. And another turnover for the Jags. Jags' 16th turnover of the ball game. Both teams now with 16 turnovers. Again with the pressure. Ball is almost stolen away.
Cameron had it if she'd have had one more step prior to it and been able to control the ball with her hand as she anticipated and tried to steal it out.
Coach Green is trying to get the 10-second call. The shot clock shows 20 seconds. They're going to say it's Braves basketball.
Great anticipation by Cameron, but just could not hold on to it when she tried to steal it.
7 on the shot clock. Locklear's right side three is no good. Brianna pulls that down.
And Locklear is such a cog in their offense, too. She's been uncharacteristically inaccurate here today, and that's hurting the Braves thus far.
Nice turnaround there for Brianna. Back out, right side three for Graham. That finds the bottom. She's got 15.
If you're the Braves, you want to keep feeding her the ball on the perimeter, on the far outside, because she is lightning and money from that particular spot.
Back inside, Brianna with the turnaround. 2 more. This time they get it across with time to spare. Inside, Locklear from the free throw line falls.
Good exquisite form by Locklear. Now the question is, can you stop this Jags offense right here?
Mallory fires the three and good. Her first 3 of the afternoon.
The Jags exploited the double team really well, finding the open shooter in Mallory, and when she got it, as accurate as she is with it, she created nothing but money with that shot.
And Asia will sit. Kiera Howard back in for the Jags. T with the basketball now. Seven on the shot clock. They got to put it up. That partially blocked. Oh, and a bad foul on the Jags. The shot clock was going to expire. That's on Mallory, and that's 3 on Mallory. It's a bad foul.
Yeah, and a tough break too, seeing as Kiera just blocked the shot not 2 to 3 seconds earlier.
First free throw is good. She does not hit the second one. Kiera gets it to Cameron, who's been very quiet. She has no points on the night. Might change here. No. Follow up by Brianna.
Tenacity and fight for the rebound. When you have a center like that will do anything for a second chance rebound, man, oh man, is she gold from down low.
Long three for Horn, no good. Minute to go in the quarter. Cameron again inside to Brianna, this time left-handed, no good.
Tried to do a quick spin and a bounce off the glass. Could not create enough force off the glass to kiss it back through the net there.
Shot taken and no good. Kiera now with 10 on the shot clock. Screen is set. Kiera tries getting around it, tries driving down, dishing off to Brianna. Cannot convert. Gets it back too far under the basket. No good. Got to put it up.
Maybe holding for the last shot here.
That's going to be no good. That's going to be your quarter. We've played 3, and the Jags are up 40-35. Back at Christenberry Fieldhouse as we have played 3 quarters. Jags are up 40-35, taking advantage of the fact that the Braves are 10 of 40 from the field for 25%, 6 of 23. Shooting threes for 26%, 9 of 11 from the free throw line, 82%. Jags 12 of 36 from the field for 33%, 6 of 12, 50% shooting threes. And they've made 83% of their free throws. Jags outscored the Braves 12-11 in that quarter after a slow start. Drive down the lane. We're going to have an offensive foul on the Braves.
Great job from Patrick there to set her base firmly, knowing she was going to take the hit, and doing so with class all the way through. And now a crucial turnover for the Braves here that possibly could leave them trailing behind even more.
Caleb dishes off to Kiera. They swing it back, and they get it into the left-hand side to Cameron. Cameron again with no points on the night. Kiera fires the three, short.
She had good arc and good form throughout her jump and throughout her body. Just not there.
Lester drives down the lane, loses the handle, turnover for the Braves.
Kiera might not be having that good of an offensive day as the game has progressed, but her defense has definitely been a saving grace for the Jags and has definitely been on point throughout this whole entire game today.
Mallory travels. Jags looking for their first conference win. They are 1-11 overall. They have played better of late. T with the basketball. Gets it over to Horn. Shot taken by Farmers, no good. Jags quickly up the court. Cameron, about 15 feet, got her first two of the night.
When you can get her rolling and add another weapon to your arsenal on offense, it is going to be extremely tough for this Braves defense to try to cover that type of weapon that the Jags have.
Ball is almost stolen away. Now it is. Doesn't have the numbers. Backs it back out.
Reset it, take your time, get the best shot available.
Inside to Brianna. That was no good. Stopping, popping for the three that almost falls in. Yes, scoring the basket for Mallory Myers.
That is pure T-force. Going against the defense underneath her, wanting it, determined to push through and score on the layup. Phenomenal job there by Mallory.
And the Braves won a timeout. 6:59 to go in the ball game. The Jags are up 9. .6:59 to go in the ball game. Braves with the basketball now. They're trailing by 9. They look inside. They get it inside. Locklear's shot is good. Inside, Cameron, yes, as Lester slipped and left Cameron all alone.
Not only that, but the assist on the pass was brilliant. Hot shotted it to her. Hit her right in stride for the simple two. That was brilliant all the way around for the Jags.
Braves barely got the ball across midcourt. Now they've got 11 on the shot clock. Little right-handed shot is no good. And we're going to have a foul on Kiera, and that's going to be her fourth, I believe. That shot was ill-advised by Bainham, no good. Cameron thought about the three. Gets it over to Kayla. They go inside. Brianna back out. Cameron still thinks about the three. She's going to put it up. Quickly inside. Brianna does not fall, but she draws the foul.
You know she is and you know she wants to, but it was a very good decision not to in that possession, because seeing how far Brianna was underneath the basketball and how good she was backing down her defender with the easy turnaround like she had, that was the better shot selection. Even though she didn't convert, still percentage-wise it was a better shot, and now Brianna's at the line trying to convert on the two from the free throw line.
And Brianna makes the first. Jags up 10. Asia checks back in. Kiera sits. And she makes them both. And now Cameron will sit. And Jalen Altman will come back in. Again, Jags with the pressure. It's been an issue for the Braves all night. They get it across midcourt. The trap. Horn takes it to the free throw line, puts up the shot and scores. Melanie has 9 on the night.
Yeah, and just a minor correction. I think I'd said at one point that Kayla had not had that good of a night. She does have 9 on the night, so she's had a very good offensive night, but it just hasn't, I don't think it's been to where she would want it to be, but she keeps playing the defense like she's playing. Sprinkle that in with an offensive night that she definitely can produce. She'll be in good shape.
Kayla knocks down the three, and T. Graham answers with the three. 18 points for Graham. Back-to-back threes, 51-42. Jags up still 9. 4.5 to go in the game. Going to have a foul, offensive foul on Brianna Middleton away from the ball. That's going to be her second. And Cameron Wilson checks back in. We got our media timeout. 4:28 to go in the ball game. Jags up 51-42. All right, 4:28 to go in the ball game. Jags are up 51-42. Again with the pressure. This time they break it relatively easily. Graham with the basketball. 18 points on the night. Farmer drives down the lane and draws the foul on the Jags. Foul's on Jalen Altman, her third, and it will send the Braves to the line. Farmer's got a couple of points on the night. First free throw is no good. Both of them are missed. Jags pull down that rebound. Ball is stripped away from Asia.
Good recovery because Asia has a good stutter step, crossover step that completely fooled her defender.
And that three is made by Melanie Horn. She's got 12, and they are back to within 6. 3:40 to go. Jags have not been tested like this, have not found themselves in the lead and in this position with 3.5 minutes to go. We'll see if they can scrap out that first Peach Belt Conference win.
They haven't, but you can see it building from last game, second to last game, and this game. You can see it kind of coming together, and hopefully they can hold. And hopefully, if you're Jaguars fan, hopefully they can hold on to the lead here.
Kayla Patrick checks back in. Kiera Howard checks back in. Kiera tries dishing off. That ball is lost. Braves quickly up the court. That ball is out of bounds. It'll stay with the Braves. Horn drives in the basket, and that does not fall. And we're going to have a foul on the Jags. Brianna picks up her third foul. And it does send the Braves to the line. First one is good.
This could very well make it a 4-point game.
Makes them both. Jags lead is 4. 3 minutes to go in the game. Jags have. Millette Green wants a timeout. We've got 3 to go. Jags are up 4. All right, Jag basketball, 24 seconds on the shot clock, 2:58 to go in the game. They are up 51-47, looking for their first conference win of the year, looking for just their second win of the year. Nice play. Cameron gets a big 2.
Scary pass going underneath between defenders, but as fast as that pass was, caught her in stride and beautifully executed to connect on the shot.
Lester gets it across midcourt, confronts Brianna, picks up the dribble. Horn gets it inside. Farmer drives in the lane, gets the 2.
between two Jags defenders. Takes concentration and knowing where your hands are on the ball and knowing what you're going to do with the ball and then putting up the precise kiss off the glass to connect on the shot. Gorgeously done.
Jags have the lead, and there's no need to rush. They can use all of the shot clock if they'd like. That's going to be an offensive foul on Kiera Howard, and that's going to be it for her. She is done for the night, I believe. Kiera leaves the ball game with 9 points.
Yeah, Locklear playing her tight, and at the last split second, getting her base under her enough to where she can take the charge and knock out one of the best defenders in tonight's ball game.
T with the basketball, dishes off, nice play, 2. A little too easy for the Braves, they're now within 2. Under 2 to go in the ball game. You can kind of get the feeling the Jags are hanging on by the nape of their neck. Chinny chin chin stuff. Cameron for 3, no. Here comes T.
And that nail is getting filed down even to the quick at this point.
.123 to go in regulation. T with the basketball, goes inside. Locklear gets it to Lester. Lester drives, gets double teamed, gets tied up. That ball will be Jaguar basketball.
Good defensive stand when the Jags needed it the most. Get in a tie-up, get control of the basketball. Now try to burn some clock out. Still get a good shot off with a good shot selection, but burn as much time off the clock as you can.
Jags are up 2 with the ball. 1 minute to go. 18 on the shot clock. 2 here would be big. 9 on the shot clock. Kayla gets it to Asia. Asia from the free throw line misses everything. And now the Braves want the timeout. 42.6 to go in regulation. Jags are up 2. All right, Braves will inbound. 42 and a half seconds to go. They trail by 2. Horn gets it to Lester. Lester gets it inside. T for the tie. Yes. And now Millette Green wants the timeout. We are tied. 31.8 seconds to go. We're tied at 51.
It's definitely a nail biter.
All right, 31.8 seconds to go in this ball game. The Jags have the ball. They can hold for the last shot. As they look for that first Peach Belt Conference win. Here we go. And we've got a foul. That will not cost them anything. Third foul of the quarter. It's T. Graham's third foul. T's got 20 points on the night. Back to Asia. Shot clock is off.
Very good pick there.
Long three, no good. Quickly up the court come the Braves. And now they want a timeout. They'll have 12.1 seconds to win the ball game in regulation. We're tied at 53. All right, setting the scene. 12.1 seconds to go in regulation. Braves have the ball. We're tied at 53. Jags will apply the pressure.
They've got to have crackdown defense for the last 12 seconds here.
All right, they get it to Graham. She's got 20 on the night. She may be the one that takes this shot.
Screen denied there by the Jags with Locklear coming out.
And a foul. Maybe it wasn't a foul. Maybe it was just out of bounds. Jags will have the ball, but they've only got 9/10 of a second left. We'll be going to overtime. All right, back at Christenberry Fieldhouse, 9/10 of a second left. This is catch and shoot. Or we do overtime. Kayla will inbound, probably going to try to get it to Cameron. Cameron going to take the shot. Let's see. Here it is, fired up. No good. And we're going to overtime.
Braves got a break there because the Jags thought they were fouled, but as it is, instead we're going into overtime, it should be a dandy.
Extra basketball, we're tied at 53. All right, back at Christenberry Fieldhouse. With Robert Ambrose and Blake Collins, I'm John Patrick. We're going to overtime. In the women's game, we're tied at 53 as the Jags look for that first Peach Belt Conference win, that second overall win. The Braves are 4-8 on the year. They are 3-3 in the conference.
Yeah, the feistiness and the aggressiveness from the Jags have definitely paid off this game, and it comes down to chemistry too. They've been building chemistry, and it's paying off right here. See how this overtime pans out.
And the Braves get the ball. The Jags get the ball to start overtime. Asia, right side. Now they swing it left to Mallory. Mallory goes inside to Brianna. Brianna from about 12 feet, not necessarily her forte. And she misses. She's got 14 on the night. And here come the Braves for their first possession of overtime.
Not necessarily her forte, but it was a good idea. She had really good space. She
Mallory
could not knock it down.
Mallory bats that ball away and comes away with it. Back inside to Brianna, inside, double teamed. Dishes back out into the corner for three. Good for Asia. Jags strike first, and they're up 3, and they keep the pressure up.
Exquisite form throughout the shot. Strong legs going up through the body, and then a strong arc on the release. Phenomenal job by Asia.
Braves barely get it across midcourt, and Avery Locklear from the free throw line has 6.
If she heats up this overtime, it is going to be a fight to the finish, and it is going to be a joy to watch.
Cameron dishes off. Mallory gets it back to Kayla. Kayla fires the 3. Yes!
Money, 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 money.
15 points for Kayla, and again, applying the pressure. They barely got it over the last time. They do get it over this time. Ball's up in the air, up for grabs. Jags come away with it.
Aggressive defense, not too sure what to do with the basketball. Pans out really well for the Jags, and the aggressiveness continues, and let's see if they can start to put some separation between them and the Braves right here.
They look inside. Brianna not very open. She tries to set the screen. Cross court, Asia right side 3. That's too hard. Farmer drives. Brianna stops that. They dish back out. T with the basketball now. She shoots from the free throw line. Doesn't get the roll. Kayla comes down with that rebound. Jags are up 4. We've got about 2 minutes to go. They try to get it inside to Brianna. That ball is stolen away. T with the basketball, backs it back out. And saves that.
That was a phenomenal job by Mallory and Cameron to back the Braves out of that transition fast break.
Farmer cannot convert, and the Jags come away with it. Mallory now up the court. 90 seconds to go in the first overtime. The Jags are up 4. Five on the shot clock. Kayla fires up, in, out. Lester with the rebound. Shania gets it over to Horn. And the ball was kicked. Oh, we called a foul. Foul was on Brianna Middleton. I thought the ball was kicked. That's Brianna's 4th foul.
It looked to me as well like it was, but
first free throw is good. Brianna Bayham back in for the Braves as they make both the free throws and close the gap to 2. And we've got 1 minute to go in the first overtime. Jags are up 2.
You may start to see the Braves pick up the aggressiveness on defense just a wee tad here, trying to force a turnover here to try to tie this up.
Cameron has no idea where she's supposed to go. Kayla drives down the lane, puts up the shot, and scores a big 2.
Against a very strong defense, running with her, backing her down. Strong kiss off the glass, and the Jags put a much-needed cushion between them and the Braves.
We've got 10 seconds. 10 seconds, the third 10-second violation the Jags have caused. And it'll be Jag basketball now with 32 seconds to go.
And you know that's got to make Coach Green proud with his much adversity as they face themselves on fast breaks like that and 10-second violations and everything, forcing it on the other team. You know she's got to be proud.
Braves are now in the position to foul. Jags have to make their free throws when it gets to that point. That's just the 4th team foul. That's the 2nd foul on Brianna Bayham. They've got one more to give. Jags inbound. They get it to Brianna. Brianna's fouled. There's the 5th foul. So actually Brianna will go to the line for important free throws. She's got 14 points on the night. These are big. First one is no good.
Even if she can make this to have them put up a tougher 3-point than a 2-point shot, that's even huge here. Because a lot of times threes are not as accurate as twos are.
Does make the second one. And Coach Haskins wants the timeout. 29.4 seconds to go in overtime. Jags are up 5. All right, 29.4 seconds to go in overtime. Jags with a 5-point lead. Braves with the basketball. Jags would like to not foul.
Keep an eye on the inbounder Locklear, because I would not be surprised to see her get the ball back on the swing around here to try to create points.
Graham's got 22. And now Millette Green wants the timeout. 23.9 to go. Jags are up 3. All right, we are in overtime. 23.9 seconds to go. Jags will have the basketball. See if the Braves try to foul. They will send the Jags to the line if they do.
In that case, you want to try to get the ball in the most accurate three-point shooter you can.
Jags throw the ball away all alone, and now the Braves almost throw it away. And now stolen by Cameron Wilson. She loses it out of bounds. And that leaves us with 17.8 to go. Jags still up 3.
The flows of emotion here, John, are just unbearable at this point. It's been absolutely a tremendous overtime here with the Jags by 3.
Graham for 3, no good. Brianna comes down with the rebound, and she is fouled. Big rebound for Brianna. Go to the free throw line, make the free throws, and the Jags will pick up their first conference victory.
And that's huge. And not only that, but one of the seniors imposing her will on second chance rebounds creates the opportunity for them to go up by 2 possessions and ultimately take this game.
Brianna at the line with 15 points on the night.
She makes this, the nail's going to be driven into the coffin.
First one's good. And sinks them both. Jags going to pick up that first conference win. Long 3 is going to be way long, and that's going to be your ball game. The Jags, with a 64-59 win, pick up their second win of the year, their first conference win. Jags go to 2-11 on the year, 1-6 in the conference. The Braves fall to 4-9, 3-4 in the conference. Braves were 19 of 57 for 33%, 7 of 27 shooting threes for 26%. They were 14 of 17 from the line, 83%. Jags were 20 of 52 from the field for 39%. They were 9 of 18 shooting threes, 50%, not bad. 13 of 16 from the line for 81%. T. Graham led everybody in scoring with 22 points. Melanie Horn had 13. Aliyah Farmer with 7. Avery Locklear had 6. Shania Lester with 5. Brianna Bainham with 4. Sadeja Love had 2. For the Jags, Kayla Patrick led the way with 17 points. Brianna Middleton had 15. Kiera Howard with 9. Cameron Wilson had 6. Mallory Myers with 5. Asia Harrison with 5. Jalen Outman with 3. Olivia Swanston had 2. Jags are back in action Saturday afternoon. North Georgia, a good basketball team, comes calling at 1:30. We'll be back with the men. Again, the Jag women win, and they've got their first Peach Belt Conference victory of the year.